So, Jim, yeah, I see this case being separated into two things. Was Chauvin's actions reasonable? Was it objectively reasonable? And also, what was the cause of death? And if we stick with the actions there, like Julie said, prosecution, in order to establish second-degree murder, needs to show that intent to assault, that intent to inflict actual physical harm on George Floyd. In your opinion, based on these different witnesses that have come forward, do you think that this prosecution has clearly established that?
Well, it's always a challenge to get inside a police officer's head, especially if, as many of us suspect, former Officer Chauvin doesn't testify here. But I do think that they establish it when they look at the framework of what it is to be a police officer, that at some point in time when you are dealing with a subject that goes from passive resistance, no aggression, no threats, but passive resistance, to basically being unconscious, that your actions as a police officer then have to change. He is in your care and custody. It has to change from controlling this person because he's controlled, he's passed out. You now have to change your conduct to providing him medical care and essentially saving this man's life. And instead, you have Chauvin, who doubles down, keeps the knee on the neck, even after everyone's telling him you're killing this man. And that can go to show the intent to at least engage in the action that caused the bodily harm. And those jury instructions are still a question as to how exactly the jury is going to be instructed on that second-degree felony charge.
And it's going to be very interesting what we've seen from the defense in terms of cross-examining these witnesses. But let's just continue on a little bit more with Agent James Ryerson from yesterday in case you missed his testimony.